Hello and welcome back to the End of the Fourth Football Show. It is me, your host, B-Hizzy, and I am joined, as always, by the one, the only, the fantastic The Prez, Chris Mullaney. How are you doing, man?
I'm all right.
Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. Well, the NFL is back. Football is back. We're all winners in that regard. We're all very, very happy. And what a week it was. What a first week to get into, bring it all back home for us. And I couldn't be happier. Well, I could be, but we'll get into why. How about you? What did you take of week one?
It was good. It was shock, to be brutally honest. Like, certain games went the way they weren't meant to go. And I'm not just talking about, the guys that I like or anything like that. I'm talking about the game in Washington. That I said to the missus, pick a game. Which game would you like to watch? And she said, we'll pick Arizona. I went, Jacksonville's on. She went, no, we'll watch Arizona. I went, fine, fair dues. Because I don't want to fight with the missus.
It's just a solid move. Quiet life.
And we watched it, and I went, they were supposed to get hammered.
Cardinals.
If they're tanking for Caleb Williams, they're going the wrong way about it.
Yeah. I think that was the thing. I don't think that I could have outright just put a stamp on them as worst team in the league. They are going to go 0-17. Like, there's no doubt they're a bad team, but they're no worse than, some of the bad teams we've seen over the years. They're not an outright, oh yeah, this team's going to struggle for one win this year. You know what I mean?
By the way, Arizona's not bad.
Yeah, I think they're a great team, for sure.
I think their defense was very good. I think with Kyler Murray or Colt McCoy, they'd have won that game.
Yeah. Who was it that started? Was it Josh Dobbs? I think I asked you this one.
Joshua Dobbs. And the kid was okay, but he's not a guy to carry a franchise. But over the course of week one, who was my big winner? The guy we don't like, Deshaun Watson, was phenomenal.
Yep, as was the Browns defense. I was just going to say that. We want to say anything that was like pleasantly surprised us. I say surprise. It's just like was a nice surprise. You could say during the week, and I'd say the Browns defense. It was lights out.
The Browns, Jordan Love. I called it. Future Hall of Famer. I called it.
Shut your fucking mouth. No, don't even go there.
It was just, there was certain games. It was just, it went a wee bit different. Do you know what I mean? What else? I mean, the biggest losers of the week: Vikings, Giants,
Jets. We'll get into that in a second. But we do have some business to attend to. It's recapping the scores on the doors from last week. I went 10-6 in the pick'ems, 3-3 on the scorching 6, and 1-0 in locks, which I am very, very happy about. That is a very nice, solid start to the season for me. Chris, not so much. 6-10 in the pick'ems, 2-4 in the scorching 6. But you did get your lock right, so
yes,
we're even there. But yes, no, it's nice. It's going to be a nice start for me defending my crown in all three categories. In fact, did we not lose the scorching 6 last year? I think the guests won it, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah. You were by a 6-year-old.
Let's moving on. Yes, I want to talk about the Jets, and obviously that was an incredible comeback win. Mainly because Josh Allen was being their best, their best player. To be quite honest, one of their best players, top 5 best players for the Jets on Monday night. But as everybody knows, unless you have somehow been living under a rock, Aaron Rodgers is lost for this season with a torn left Achilles, suffered on the 4th snap of his New York Jets tenure, and I am so gutted for him. But I'm also gutted for Jets fans. I'm so gutted for Jets fans, because that must just suck. All that hype, everything enter the season, the hard knocks and everything. Losing Aaron Rodgers so early, I can't. It's gut wrenching. I'm so sorry to those Jets fans.
Before we go any further, you're not the worst person affected by it. Did you not see the meme online?
No.
There was a guy playing another guy at fantasy, and he was 0.6 points behind, and he had Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To be fair, the fantasy league I'm concentrating on, my defense won it for me this week.
What do you mean the fantasy league you're concentrating on? Are you not concentrating on the other league because you just got beat? You just got an ass whooping.
But see, the point was, I didn't realize I had DJ Chark start, and that was my problem.
Oh, right, yeah, sure.
No, I'm not really concentrating on our one. I'm concentrating more on the other one.
Okay. But I mean, with the thing is with back to the Jets, losing Aaron Rodgers for the year, Zach Wilson's going to be the guy. He's going to get back into that QB1 spot, and with the way their defense played, it was lights out. If they could have added a piece mid-season to that offensive line, I think it was full steam ahead to the Super Bowl, because the Chiefs, I don't trust that offense. I can't believe I'm saying this about the Chiefs. I don't trust the Chiefs with that offense if it's just Travis Kelce, who's what now, 34, 35? If it's just Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce with the receivers they had, I'm not saying they're going to go 6-11, but I think that is going to be a thing that it kind of increases it. Well, if you could have got any more valuable with Travis Kelce, it's like a two-headed snake. You want to stop a snake, cut one of their heads off. In this scenario, a mythical two-headed snake, and the two-headed snake for the Chiefs is Mahomes and Kelce.
See, I don't know if, again, Thursday night, it's what I said to you the day after. The reason week 1 is so unpredictable is because starters don't play pre-season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do think whether or not they should you can't implement a rule that says on pre-season 1 your starters must play the first quarter.
Mm-hmm. The NFL wouldn't want that, They wouldn't want to risk something like that.
Mm-hmm. You don't want Patrick Mahomes hurting the first snap of a game in the pre-season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is why week 1 is so unpredictable. I think if that game on Thursday night, even without Travis Kelce, take him out of the equation, if they'd been playing the Lions in week 11, they would have won that game.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, let's be fair. If you take week 1 as a sentence, Joe Burrow is not going to lose that much again.
No.
Right? He's never going to play that bad again.
No.
Right?
Unless he's against the Browns defense.
Jordan Love played brilliant against Chicago. Now, I'm not slating Jordan Love here, but he's not going to play that well against, say, a 49ers defense. This is the thing. I mean, I don't want to take too much out, because I think teams like the Chiefs are going to be fine. The Bengals are going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think New York Giants will be fine. Vikings, I called it during the off season. I did say about the Vikings, they won a lot of one possessions last year. They're going to lose a lot this year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they were 11-0 in one possession games last year, and they're 0-1 this year straight off the bat.
Yeah, so I mean, I did call that in the off season, but if I had to pick, my biggest winner of the week was Derek Carr.
Of course it is.
It's elite Derek.
I mean, you got to be happy for him. I'm shifting my Derek Carr hater reputation. But you got to be happy for him. Moving on, fresh start, new team, and he's going to be the guy. I think the Saints will win the division for sure. They won't win the playoff.
I'm on the Derek Carr hype train.
Were you ever off it? I mean, you got just like a lifelong ticket to that.
Him and Josh Allen and Daniel Jones and
Kirk Cousins. Josh Allen out here. This is. I'm not shaking off my Josh Allen hater reputation. This guy. I just continually be proven right again and again about this guy. He's great. He's exciting to watch, right? But this guy cannot stop turning the ball over. And I think that you've got an argument for him not being a top 5 quarterback in the league. He just turns the ball over too much for me. It goes Mahomes, Burrow, Rodgers when healthy, Jalen Hurts, and then you've maybe got a handful of other guys which you hit number 5, and Josh Allen's in there, but you can make an argument he's not there.
5?
Well, number
Who's
5.
Number 5.
I would honestly, I think I'd probably put Trevor Lawrence number 5.
Ah, good. Well done.
Diffuse that situation.
You did.
No, I think that there's a conversation for him to be 5th best in the league, but I don't think he's any higher than that. I can't do it. He just turns the ball over far too much. 84 turnovers since he came over in the league. That's the most out of any player in the league since 2018.
He's missing Brian Daboll.
Yeah, but this is now a year removed from Brian Daboll, and you get that game was on a plate for them last night. Aaron Rodgers going out on the first drive, right? Why was the game not that was a gimme, and he failed. Jordan Whitehead got his season incentive for interceptions in the one game.
Good for Jordan Whitehead.
Yes, Jordan Whitehead. Lastly, before we move on to our scorching 6, do you think Aaron Rodgers is back next year?
No.
You think that's it for him?
I don't think that's it for him. Do I think he will play next year? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think he will be Aaron Rodgers of old? No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That it's similar to Drew Brees. You know what I mean? When Drew Brees started getting injuries and things like that, he started deteriorating badly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If Aaron Rodgers was maybe 25, 28 and he got Achilles, I could go, he'll be back.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think the older you get, he won't be as... I mean, he's not really the most mobile quarterback in the world, but...
He's got wheels, but that is now a part of his game past. That he won't have the same wheels again. We won't see it when he does come back. I personally think he's going to come back, and there's a question. Could he suck? Absolutely, but there's definitely an equal chance he could come back, light it up next year, and win comeback player of the year. So I just don't think with his ego, and I mean that in a loving way, because we all know I love him. With his ego, there's no way he is going to want to end his career like that. But he's unpredictable, and he's a bit of a quack, and he could just be like, well, maybe this is the ayahuasca gods telling me, you've had enough now, Aaron. Go act. That's what you want to do. Go present Jeopardy. That's what you really want to do.
Right. Based similarly on Aaron Rodgers,
mm-hmm.
Did Kyler Murray play for Arizona this year?
I think we need more to see from Arizona before we can make a decision on that. I think that we need to maybe see how they are by week 6. If they're 2-4, yeah. I just think it's if not for anything else other than a financial decision, like they've just paid this guy all this money, let's see him in action. You don't want to just pay him all that money for sitting on the bench. Yeah, and I think to be honest, if Jonathan Gannon's got a say in it, I mean, he's going to want Kyler Murray out there. To be honest,
I'm totally with you on that. I think Kyler Murray will play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think. Right, anyway, let's move on to scorching 6 for week 2.
No, on you go. Finish what you were going to say.
No, I think he will play regardless. I think if Arizona, I said on another show, I said if Arizona's 3 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's move on to week 2, scorching 6.
All right then, scorching 6. I have my list here. We're going to start with the Bills and Raiders. What do we think about this game? not where the Bills expected to be by week 2 at 0-1, facing questions about their quarterback.
Oh, let's not beat up on him. Give the guy a chance.
But he's just got form for this. Look, I'll keep saying it. He's great and he's exciting to watch, but they won't get any further into the playoffs unless he can figure out how to stop turning the ball over.
Well, why? Well, maybe if he had a running game that he could depend on, he wouldn't.
Well, that's a management issue and a coaching issue. They're gonna force him to keep throwing the ball deep, which always picks were on deep throws.
Well, I blame Stephon Diggs. What I did notice though on Monday night with the stats, he targeted reception-wise, Stephon Diggs had 10. The next closest receptions was 2. Yeah, I mean, I think take Stephon Diggs out, there's going to be an issue. But as I've said this week, you've got to take the Raiders plus 8.5.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I think the Bills are going to win the game, but I think that the Raiders, this is maybe a 2-point victory at most. I was really impressed with how the Raiders performed last week.
Yes.
So are you in agreement there? Are you having the Bills to win?
Definitely.
Yeah. Let me write that down. 5. Okay, there we go. All right, the next one on the list here, we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens as 3.5-point underdogs, which I don't want to say surprise, but it's strange how, consider. I don't think, but especially the Bengals were anywhere close to decent last week. But the Ravens didn't impress me. I'm not gonna lie.
The reason I've took the Ravens there, is I think that I think the reason I took the Ravens with a plus 3.5 is I just think that with Joe Burrow's not 100%, that's just fact. And even he had his little pal with him, and that didn't help last week. And I think the Baltimore defense is good. Not maybe as good as the Browns, but I think it's good enough to stop Joe Burrow. And I think if we do that and the Ravens play the way they played, I think the Ravens can win it. That's why I've took the 3.5 points.
Yeah. I've got the Bengals winning this one, but I do have the Ravens covering the 3.5. I agree. Again, maybe 26-24, something like that.
Okay.
All right then. Lions Seahawks, super interesting game. Lions, they went in to the defending champions, whooped them, and it's down. A lot of it's down to Mahomes. Well, Kadarius Toney, who sucks. Travis Kelce, you'd like to say? Wrong game. Apologies. But yeah, no, I have the Lions winning this one, but I've gone with the Seahawks 6.5. I think they'll cover that. I think Lions maybe by 3.
I've got the Lions winning, but you can't turn down that line. That line's brilliant.
All right. Cardinals against the Bears. Is that right?
Cardinals are playing the Giants.
Yes, so they are. I am looking at the wrong thing. That changes things. So Cardinals. Wait. So was that your Scorching 6 game, the Cardinals Giants?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. I just put the wrong team there. Cardinals Giants. The Giants 6.5-point underdogs or favorites.
That's what I got this morning.
So they're the 6.5-point favorites.
The Giants are 6.5-point favorites.
Well, that is a surprise.
Why do you think I put the Cardinals in there?
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, this changes things. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals to win this game, and I'm going to have them obviously take the cover there as well. Are you in agreement with me there?
I'm in agreement with you, yeah.
All right. Super interesting. We could be 6 for 6 together on the Scorching Six right now. All right. Cowboys, Jets. This is a tough one. This game obviously would have had a lot more hype into it if Aaron Rodgers going in. And the line's so massive. 8.5-point favorites. Dallas are. I don't know what to say. I don't know what cancels what out more. Does the Cowboys offense cancel out the Jets defense, or is it the other way around? I just think that we could see a pretty much a repeat of what we saw last week between the Cowboys and Giants. Something very similar.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm taking the Cowboys, and I'm going to take the 8.5 as well.
Yeah, I couldn't resist the. I was trying to find. There was another game I was going to put in, and I haven't put it in.
What game was that?
Jaguars Chiefs.
That's going to be an interesting.
Put it in, then didn't put it in.
It would have been interesting.
The line was just a bit too dodgy.
Aye, definitely. All right, and then your last game in the Scorching Six this week, you've got Commanders, Broncos. What's your picks for that one?
Commanders.
Yeah.
Their defense is scary good.
Are they 3.5-point underdogs? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, on you go.
I watched obviously their game on Sunday there.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is scary good, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only going to get better when Chase Young returns.
Mm-hmm. Is he back?
Sorry?
Where is Chase Young? Did they not decline his option? Is he still there?
He's still there.
Chase
Young is medically. This sounds so stupid.
He's on the pup list. Is that right?
No. He's medically available to play.
Mm-hmm.
He chose to sit out Sunday because he didn't think that he was ready to play.
Ah. Well, I mean, nobody's going to know his own body better, so I'm not going to bash him for that.
But Jonathan Allen, he's brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, him. I thought the secondary was good. Sam Howell, I have question marks over. I need to see more from him. I've not got a lot of watching of Sam Howell. That's why, but I do think the Commanders can win this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am going to disagree with you there. I'm going to take the Broncos again, but they were approaching their previous pseudonym we had for them last year of that shit team from Denver, and if they lose this game, they're going to be in that kind of shoved into that category once again. So I'm taking the Broncos, and I'll take their -3.5. But they're on their final warning.
I'm going to ask you a question. And I want, before week 2 starts, if Buffalo make the Super Bowl, will you admit that Josh Allen is brilliant?
Depends who he plays. If the defense just takes a step up, and that's how they get there. If he keeps turning the ball over you, if he finishes the season 15 interceptions, no way. It's too much for an elite a quarterback to be considered elite. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to know your opinion.
All right, it's fair enough. Okay, well that does it for the Scorching Six. Let's take a quick pivot into a different level of the sport. We're going at the Heisman Watch. Let's do it. Chris, have you prepared this? I know I've just sprung this on you.
No, I haven't prepared it because I wasn't expecting it.
I thought I was going to forget. But then I remembered today that I said we were going to do it last week. I didn't do any research either. No. Well, I'm still thinking that Travis Hunter is going to be the guy If he continues to play both ways.
As I say, I don't really watch, for the Heisman Trophy and things like that, because a lot of that is voting is regionalised. You'll notice that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What I have been looking at, though, is quarterbacks coming into the league.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, there's about 9 quarterbacks that could be first rounders, and somebody's going to snag one in the third round.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. I think Caleb Williams is one.
Yeah,
that's a fact. And then after that, is it Drake May?
Drake May, yep.
He'll go 2.
Mm-hmm.
But then you've got 5 or 6 other guys who could potentially go 3, 4. You've got guys. There's always there's one guy that's always 1 and 2.
Mm.
Then you've got a guy that normally falls to about 10.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got a guy that falls to 27.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got a guy top of the second round, middle, end of the second round. And then you've always got that one guy that falls to the third round.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what order they'll go in, but whoever gets that guy in the third round is one to watch.
Yeah, no, for sure. And with regards to Heisman watch, I think that Caleb Williams just behind Travis Hunter at this moment in time.
Okay.
Well, that will do it. I think we prepare this segment more next week, and we bat it out the park for sure.
Yes, we'll definitely have to.
Yes, for sure. All right. Well, that does it for the Heisman watch for week 2. Let's take a short break, and then when we return, we're going to hit the rest of the picks for week 2, and then let's throw in some bold predictions. I like that idea. Throw in some bold predictions for what's going to happen week 2. We'll do, say, 3 each. You want to do that?
Okay, yeah.
All right. We will be back in just a short moment. All right, events have transpired. We're running the hurry up offense. Chris needs a quick out. Let's do this. Picks for the rest of week 2, starting with Thursday Night Football, Eagles, Vikings. Who have you got?
Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. I am taking the Eagles to triumph over the Vikings. Vikings 0-2. That's really fucking funny. Packers, Falcons. This was a tough one to pick. I did opt for the Packers. I think this is going to be much tougher and closer this time.
Okay. Packers for myself.
You agree? Yep. All right. Scrolling down. We've got the Colts, Texans. I'm going to take the Colts here. Nearly talked myself into the Texans, and I think they will be better this week. But I think the Colts showed quite a lot of promise. I think Anthony Richardson looked good. If he's okay. I think he got hurt, didn't he?
I'm going to take the Texans.
Texans, ooh, okay. Nice.
They've got to win one game.
Surely. And it may as well be against the Colts, All right. Chiefs, Jaguars. Let me know. Is it
Chiefs and lock them up.
You're taking the Chiefs. Oh. You're locking up against your own team.
Yes, because when that did that last year, they always won.
That is true, to be fair. Well, I don't know if this is unprecedented territory, but I'm taking the Jags, and I'm locking those Jags up. Hell yeah, lock off. I think this is unprecedented. I can't remember if we did this last year.
I don't think we did.
I don't think we did. I mean, maybe one time in the playoffs, but that doesn't really count.
No.
All right. Bears, Buccaneers.
Bucks, just.
Yeah, an agreement with you there. I think it'll be just again, yeah. Chargers, Titans.
Chargers.
I agree with you there also. Must like that quite a bit. 49ers, Rams. 49ers. I'm assuming you're going to go the same. I'm having them going 17-0, so I need to keep that up. Would have been embarrassing if the Steelers had beaten them week 1, and then that 17-0 prediction goes up in smoke. All right, then. Dolphins, Patriots.
Sunday Night Football. Dolphins by a couple of points.
Yeah. Do you want to give a score prediction for this one? Let's make it funky.
21-17.
Okay, no, I thought the Patriots looked impressive against the Super Bowl team.
They did. That's why it was a hard one to pick there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dolphins as well. I'm gonna say 26-21.
They're getting a safety.
It's a missed extra point. 3 touchdowns, but 1 has a missed extra point, and then 2 field goals.
Right, okay, that's fine. I'll let you off with that then.
The maths checks out there. Panthers, Saints.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. 3 touchdowns, 1 missed extra point.
It's 20.
And then 2 field goals, yeah. Yeah, math, bitch.
Look, I've been watching too much Countdown, right?
Well, you shouldn't have an excuse then.
I'm getting the letters.
You bastard, I've used the 7 twice.
Exactly.
5 points if you know what that reference is to. I'll be impressed. Panthers,
Still
Saints. Don't give the answer away.
Saints with the lead, Derek.
Saints. I'm taking the Panthers here, but they're approaching Broncos territory. I think that they're going to get in trouble. What do we think about Hayden Hurst throwing the Bryce Young's touchdown? First touchdown pass into the stands. I think he got it back, but come on. Be smart. Got to do better than that. All right, and then Browns, Steelers.
Browns.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I'm taking the Browns. Actually, just while I think on it, I meant to point this out when we were taking care of business regarding last week, but I got my Scotland prediction right against Cyprus 3-0.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Quite happy with that. And you got your prediction right if you're predicting last night's game for the other team.
Exactly.
But we won't talk about that. So.
I was on Clyde 1 earlier.
Were you on Clyde 1?
Yes.
What were you saying? Did you say check out the end of the fourth football show coming on later tonight? It's on YouTube. No. You like your NFL?
No, I didn't. No.
What did I just say about Hayden Hurst? Be smart. Think of these things. All right, there's our picks. I think it's a good one. I think we're relatively in a nice field. Thing is, I'm in the lead. I could just sit back and copy you for the rest of the season, and you won't catch me. So we'll see.
Realistically, we know you're not going to do that.
No, we're going to make it competitive. I want to defend my title with honor.
I just think some of the games are a wee bit like this week. It's all sort of heavy favourites. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's what I mean.
All right, bold predictions. Do you want to go first?
The Giants will not be bad this week.
That is a bold prediction, to be fair.
Cowboys could do 40 on the Jets.
Yep.
Derek Carr, MVP.
I said for this week, not for Chris's wet dreams.
Bold prediction. Get a real bold prediction. Although I've gone for the Saints, it would be brilliant to see. Now, I know it's year 4 for him, Jordan Love, but it would be good to see Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, and Bryce Young. Or CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, and Anthony Richardson they can't obviously, but CJ, because I was like, they're all to win, but they're all obviously 2 are playing each other. I'm starting to get that because my wee one is now climbing on couches.
Uh-oh.
Think she's bloody Tua Tagovailoa there. She likes the Dolphins.
She likes the Dolphins, yeah. That's the number 1. All right, my bold predictions are I'm going to say Tua is going to pass for another 400 yards this week. I like that a lot. I think that there's going to be over 5.5 defensive touchdowns in this week across the league. And I think that Patrick Mahomes passes for less than 250 yards, and I think that he throws 2 picks as well this week.
I'm going to go for this right now. This is a number that I've over the 16 games between all 32 teams, 55 touchdowns.
55 touchdowns over all 16 games. Excuse me. 55 touchdowns over. All right. I'll match you on that. I'll call you on that. I'm gonna take the under there.
Right. I think 50. I'm just thinking.
50.
What did I say? 55.
I think you said 55. Yeah, because if it's 50, I'll take that. Yeah, just say the over there. I'm just saying it might be about 52.
Sorry, it's 55. That's what I'm going for. 55.
55. I've got the universe sending me a message. I think it's going to be 52 this week.
Well, on average, it's only 4 touchdowns per game. 3.8 or so.
3 point whatever it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, that will do it for this week's episode of End of the Fourth. Put your own bold predictions in the comments. Tell us if you think we're talking shite, which Chris probably is. It is Chris.
What part of shite of what I said there?
Derek Carr MVP?
Possible, right?
All right, thanks, man. Thanks for coming along to the show. Thank you for watching, and check out all our social links in the description. Check out the Let's Talk Sports Network. They are still around. I can confirm that they are still around. But yeah, check them out and follow us on our social media, and you'll get interactions with us and all the rest. So thank you very much, and we will catch you next week. Ciao for now.